Hi, we're back here courtside. Ira Thor, after Princeton, he was able to take down NJIT today in 4 sets, which seems to be the theme this year when NJIT is challenging top-ranked opponents. And we're here courtside with Danny Goncalves, who's, well, his team battled today. They always are battling against these top-ranked national teams, but for one reason or another, just cannot find a way to get to the 5th set. What has it been, Danny, so far this year? Why do you think it's that you guys are able to take a set from these so many good clubs, the Long Beach States of the world, Penn States, Grand Canyon twice last week, today, of course, against Princeton, and not find a way to force it to the distance?
I always think there's a piece of our game from set to set that, in that first set culmination of how it's been for us. We're serving, we're hitting, we're doing a lot of things well. I think today was a lot of missed serves, missed first serves, not great opportunities for us on defense. And they had a ton of service pressure, so it made it a little difficult.
Yeah, the service pressure certainly is something. And you and I talked about it in the pregame. Coming in, it was no surprise Ben Harrington, probably the best server in the country. He ripped 6 aces today. Yep. But it wasn't just the aces. It was that service pressure which really kept us out of system, not only when he was serving, also when Wedbush had a really good day serving as well. Obviously, still a lot of volleyball left for you guys. To face this kind of service pressure, what kind of lessons can you take through the rest of the year as you prepare for the EIVA tournament?
The lesson is we have to not get aced so much. I think part of handling it is that it's in our seams a lot. It's not off our arms. When we're getting the ball off our arms, it's not so bad. We're able to get swings. A little bit better communication and play in between players there.
Definitely saw some bright spots today from Antonio Feliciano. He has come on strong now 4 consecutive matches in double figures. Alessandro Negri did not have the big number match like he normally does. Yeah. But how important is it to you guys to have that number 2 in Antonio, who's able to take over matches in points throughout the season?
It's huge, because if we can get everyone kind of firing, then I think we can compete with anybody we play. I think that's a little bit of the piece that we spoke about earlier. It's who's hot tonight, but can we have a night where at least 2 of them or 3 of them are hot and getting some flow, because our middle's not scoring too much today either. So. And
a lot of that is because couldn't get the ball to them because, well, you were playing out of system throughout much of this match. All right, looking ahead at the schedule, you have 2 matches next week at home against Charleston. So important now for positioning. Obviously, we know everybody's in the EIVA tournament, but now we're talking about positioning. Yep. Look forward to that match. What can fans expect between 2 teams that, Charleston also in the same boat as us, fighting for position?
High-level competition. I mean, I think we're all pretty good. I think if who's executing that night, but I think you're going to see at least 2 teams fighting for that position. Exactly right. I think it's going to be some good volleyball.
Well, it's always fun to talk to you. I prefer, as I'm sure you do, to talk after a win rather than a loss. But you guys certainly can fight with anybody. We've seen it now. 10 top 20 ranked opponents, and you've gone at least 4 sets 9 of the 10 times. Yep. It's just finding a way to maybe get a couple more wins here or there and go the distance. And the Highlanders still have a lot of volleyball to play.
That's right.
Danny Goncalves, head coach of NJIT, as his team falls today. We look at the final numbers for this one. Ben Harrington led Princeton with 16 kills. Antonio Feliciano led the way for the Highlanders with 11. The blocking numbers certainly had to be discussed. 15.5 blocks today for Princeton to go with 9 aces, 6 of those aces from Ben Harrington. As you see the final numbers there on the screen. And Omene, he doesn't get the credit he deserves because Harrington is there, but he has 9 kills and 5 blocks himself. NJIT in defeat did manage 10 blocks today. That is something to point at as the Highlanders prepare for the rest of the 2024 season. 5 matches to go leading up to the EIVA tournament. So for our entire crew, this is Ira Thor saying good night from the Joel and Diane Bloom Wellness and Event Center in Newark, where your final score, Princeton defeats NJIT 3-1, 25-22, 25-20, 24-26, 25-15. All games airing on ESPN are live on the app and archived on ESPN. This has been a presentation of NJIT Athletics and ESPN. Be well, everybody.